Hey guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at this MPPT solar charge controller by BougeRV. This is a 40 amp solar charge controller. It's MPPT, not PWM. It also has Bluetooth for monitoring your solar production on your cell phone, smartphone, or tablet. We also have multiple battery setups, so we can do flooded lead acid, AMG, lithium batteries, and we can also hook up multiple different battery voltage configurations. We can do a 12 volt configuration, a 24 volt, a 36, or a 48 volt configuration. I think this is a great solar charge controller because no matter how you progress, you can change your voltages. If you decide to go to a 48 volt pack battery bank, let's say, you can use this charge controller, which is fantastic. Or if you just want to use a 12 volt, you can also do it with this solar charge controller. So taking a closer look at this charge controller, as you can see my reflection, we have a nice glass finish up here. Right here is a little magnetic hidden port, which is where you're going to have your solar connections and your battery connections. On the side of the inverter here, we have a grounding screw, so you can ground this to chassis on your mobile setup. I've installed a breaker here. I'm going to recommend a different breaker. This one doesn't have high voltage, so don't copy me. This is just for a disconnect for inside the house. On this side, there's not much. Now if we look on the bottom, you can see here we have a temperature probe plug-in. We also have an RS485 plug-in for communication, and we have our solar inputs and our battery inputs. So let's turn on the battery. Now what I'm going to use is a resistor because I'm using lithium iron phosphate as my battery, and I don't want to damage the capacitors inside the unit. So I'm going to hold that there. We've got a little bit of light, and then I'm going to turn it on. So you can see there, we're reading 12.8 volts. This says 81%. Now, if I was using, can we see that okay? Oh, there we go. This says 81%. Now, if I was using flooded batteries, that would be accurate. But because I'm using lead acid, I'm not going to use that as my battery state of charge. No errors, 12.8 volts and 81%. Okay, now let's head outside, and I want to hook up their 200 watt solar panel and see how this produces power, as well as we'll take a look at the app. Okay, this is their 200 watt panel, and as we can see, we have 200 watts plus or minus 3%. Maximum power 17.98 plus or minus 3%, and our max power current 11.12 amps, open circuit voltage of 21.62 plus or minus 3, short circuit current of 12.09, and our maximum system voltage is 1000 volts DC, class A, and our temperature, and a little bit more information here. Okay, for right now I'm just going to be running a single panel. Now, something that's very important to do is I'm going to take my voltage meter here, not sure if you can see it. It's hard for me to see the screen to see if you can see it, but we're going to take the ends of the solar panel and just double check. Okay, you can see there we have 12.1, and that's just sticking the ends of the probe in. That says minus, that says positive, we're good. And then we can make our connection. Black, and these are 100% copper. These are also by BougeRV, these extension cables. We can plug that in. Okay, now all that's left to do to start producing power is to switch on my breaker, but I want to double check inside here as well to make sure that all my wiring is correct. So I'm going to put that on the negative and that on the positive. So there, now I can see I have 21.16. And the reason why I'm checking the voltage is to make sure that the positive and negative. If I was getting a negative reading, then I know that my cables were reversed, but I have a positive reading, so I can go ahead, click on my solar. Now let's pull up the app and see what that's doing as well. So we need to hit the Bluetooth button at the top right. We got a few batteries in here. So we'll connect to the PV Charge Pro. And there you go. You can see that the power coming in is 146 watts out of a 200 watt panel, which I do not have this panel angled properly, and I do not have it cleaned. I might actually go out and lift up on it to try and get the proper angle to see if we can squeeze out a little bit more. But I need to change the chemistry of the battery. So at the bottom right, we'll go to parameters, hit the unlock button, confirm to unlock. The battery type, we can see sealed, gel, lithium, or you can even pick user if you want and put in your own parameters. And then you can see here, we have a boost charge of 14.2. So we're gonna confirm that. And maybe go down to the real-time monitoring. There you go, the charge controller has switched over the parameters. Okay, so we can see we're getting about 11 amps, just above 11 amps. Let's check that with my clamp meter, 11.28. Yeah, and we are right in there. So 11.2 on my clamp meter, and I have 11.22 on the charge controller. So this is really accurate. The app that's showing the amperage coming in. That is really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna let this run for a little while, and we will see what happens. You know what, I'm gonna set up, I have a second panel from BougeRV, and I'm gonna set them up in series and see what happens. Okay, so here I have a 200 watt panel and a 180 watt panel, so different sizes. Okay, now let's see what the app is showing. Now we can see on the app we're producing 252 watts out of two panels, one 200 watt and one 180 watt. We have an incoming voltage of 35 volts and a current of 19. So let's check. And we are sitting at 19.1. So 19.1. So we are pretty accurate on the app. That's really amazing. Okay, so let's check out our historical. Okay, so, oh, there we go. Oh, that is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna let this run, and then we'll come back and check the historical once this battery is filled up. It says 100% state of charge, but again, it's lithium iron phosphate. At 13.2 volts, it's not fully charged, it's just running off of voltage, so we'll have to ignore that 100% state of charge. What would be nice if they had a connection on here to go to like a shunt or something, and then have the shunt connected to the battery. That would be kind of neat, because this charge controller is not going to pick up. If I use the inverter over here, it's not going to pick it up. So it's not going to know what the battery is, only by voltage. So a bit of a downside there. We have to ignore the 100% at the top, but other than that. Okay, while we're letting the sun charge up the battery, let's go over some of the specifications of this solar charge controller. We have a rated current of 40 amps. We have a maximum PV input voltage of 150 volts, which is really good. That's on par with, let's say, the Grow Watts. They also use, I think theirs is 145 volts open circuit. So our maximum PV input, if we're only running a 12 volt system, we can put 600 watts of power up to the solar charge controller. If we're running a 24 volt system, we can put 1200 watts. If we're running a 36, it's going to be 1800 watts. And if we're running a 48 volt, it's 2400 watts. So we can use a larger system, we can put a larger array, the higher voltage system we're working with, and that's going to be due to less current. So the higher voltage you go, the less of a current you're going to have. That's why you can increase your panel size. Communication function is an app, and I thought this was really cool. So our No load loss. This is our standby consumption. 12 volt system is 12 milliamps. That's barely anything. And then our 48 volt is 3 milliamps. So that's very low standby consumption for the controller. Our working temperature is minus 35 to plus 45. We have our protection level, which is an IP34, altitude, our weight, dimensions, installation aperture. On the next page, they have all of the voltages, but they have it for the 12 volt system. So if you're looking at this for the 24 or the 48, you just double the voltage, and then a 48, you times it by 4, and that's going to be what the definition is of these voltages. So as you can see here under lithium, which I'm using at 14.2 volts. Now, most of you will say, well, lithium fully charges at 14.6. That is true, but I like that they use 14.2 because you're not charging your battery up to full all the time. It's going to increase the longevity of your battery. And also, most BMSs on the market inside of these lithium batteries, they only charge up to about 14.2 or 14.3. They don't allow you to charge to 14.6. That's just to have your battery last a lot longer. So I am going to say not to use the user-defined settings, but just use the lithium setting at 14.2. I think that is the key highlights. And these instructions go over, tells you how to install the app and everything. So really nice handy little instruction manual that comes with this charge controller. So again, I'm gonna allow this to continue to charge, and we'll check on it later on in the day. Okay, I'm just about to pull the panels in for the day. We can see here, we are still producing almost 20 amps, 19 amps roughly. This charge controller has performed fantastic throughout the day. And if we look at our historical data here, we've produced 785 watt hours, which if we calculate that out, that's going to be 61.32 amp hours that we produced today. So pretty good. The MPP solar charge controller has performed just the way I would have expected it to. And we can even go here and see during different times. So we can drag this around and we can see at different times what we've produced. So here's where I started the test. I'm going to say that this test was running for about 4 hours. So for 4 hours producing 61 amp hours, that's pretty good. I would recommend it. And I would also recommend it too if you're just starting out. And the reasoning for that is if you want to just run a 12 volt system for now, but later on you may be thinking about doing a 24 or 48 volt. This is perfect because this charge controller can adapt to the different voltage systems. So you only buy one, and then you have it for if you decide to change your mind and go with a higher voltage system, you're already set to do so. So this is going to wrap it up for the 200 watt BougeRV solar panel, as well as I showed you the 180 watt solar panel and the 40 amp MPPT solar charge controller with Bluetooth functionality from BougeRV. I'll leave links in the description below. Please check them out. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.